Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie and this is Life or Debt. Here is my channel of my life and my debt story. And today we are going over the weekly check-in. Before we do that, I just wanted to come out and say that it's been a hard week. It's been a hard month. I am just not really focusing, and I am putting this out there as my own personal accountability because I've been spending a little bit too much money on things that I shouldn't have been spending money on. I haven't been tracking properly, so I'm still working it out, right? We're still new to the budget process and I'm still working it out. And I think that I just need to rein it in a little bit before I try to do too much. And I'm also seeing the need for actually having some concrete sinking funds. My brain just stopped right there, sorry. So that's kind of what we're working through today. I've finalized the list for sinking funds, and in my next video we're going to go through that, and I'm going to start them in May. And not that it's I'm not putting it off. I just have an impromptu trip coming up at the beginning of May, so I want to make sure that I can cash flow that trip rather than having to worry about putting on a credit card. You know, those things that you shouldn't be using? Yeah, I don't know. There's my head today, guys. So anyway, we're going to go in with the weekly check-in. I'm hoping it's not as bad as I think it is, but I'm pretty sure it is as bad as I think it is, just because my tracking is out of control of not happening, and two, I'm just buying stupid stuff. And it's not stupid stuff. Brooklyn needed boots, so I bought her boots, and I wanted some t-shirts, so I bought myself t-shirts. And I know that they can come out of my clothing fund, but I don't know. I'm working on it. Okay, all right, enough complaining, enough wallowing. We're just gonna go right into it. Okay, here we go. Now, I was preparing for this. I don't think it's as bad as I think it is. I think I'm just being a little hard on myself because, I want to do good things, right? And it's kind of I know a lot of my friends out there are on their own little weight loss journey or getting healthy journey. And it's the key self-sabotage, right? Where you are so gung-ho for a good solid month. Paid off a credit card. This is great. And then you're but I want this, and I want this, and I want this. And I think I need to just cut those wants back a little bit and work on that. So I am just looking at how everything looks. So this week we are going to be looking at the week of the 14th through the 21st. And I'm going to leave you guys right where you are for right now. We're going to kind of do this a little backwards just because I know how I did it. So on Sunday, I decided that I was going to do a little shopping, and I bought from one of my absolute favorite Disney small shops. It's called Diamond in the Rough. And if you are a Disney fan, I highly recommend it. I will link his shop down below, but he has some really great shirts and some stickers too that I absolutely love. So I spent $30 on his new shirt. And then, let's see, also, when was that? It was also on Sunday. I went to Market Basket. Now, guys, I told you, if I go grocery shopping, to call me out. Okay, this is our local grocery store. Call me out, because we didn't need anything, but Kyle ran out of his favorite cereal, so I was oh, well, I'll go pick it up. And then in picking it up, I picked up a couple of other things that, he had asked for or that the girls had asked for. So again, I didn't need it, but we still went. I really have to get into the habit of just sticking to plans, guys. And then on Saturday, I needed to get gas, so I got gas. And I can't complain because that's the first time that I've had to get gas all month. So we're going to take that $28 and we're going to roll with it. But there was an added expense on Wednesday, or we'll say Thursday. There was an added expense on Thursday that I don't have a ticket for, and it's tax prep, because I was not expecting this, and it's on an unbudgeted category. It was $247 to do my taxes. So that is that. I mean, gotta pay them, right? Okay. So let's go to this week and see how we did. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to figure out how much I got paid. So that was a thing. So here we have one of the great things that happened this week is not only did I come back to 5 days, but my employer gave me a raise. So this new raise increase went into effect this week. It was obviously like not earth shattering, but we weren't expecting anything, especially after the past year that we had. And I work in hospitality, so we got hit really hard. So this was a welcome increase in pay. And then I did get child support, and we did have a rollover. And then I had a miscellaneous income of $150. And this I just moved over from general savings to cover a little bit of that tax prep. So, see here. Calculator has kind of a bump in it, so I don't think putting it on the book really helps you at all. So let's see, 607 is 103 plus 120 plus 150 equals, 980. Okay, so and then this was 367 because this is my regular payment. And then my fitness coach was 150, and my cell phone was actually 100 and change, so we're going to do 101. And then we're going to put tax lady, or tax prep, not tax lady. And it was 247. No, just so you know, I'm not like paying through the nose. My cousin and I inherited some property and it is rental income property. We currently don't make any money on it at this point, but that is why the taxes were so much, because when she does my personal taxes, we kind of all group them together. So let's see. 365 plus 150 plus 101 is 247 equals 863. Yikes. So, and then 980. Again, that tax bill is really what hurt me. And I think this is where my oh my gosh, you're spending too much money category came in, because I wasn't thinking, right? Nope, let me rewind that statement, because that's not true. The oh my gosh, you're spending too much money is because I wasn't expecting this bill. So that $250 that I had as like a cushion, it shocked me. So then the extra $30 that I spent, that really hurt me, right? So anyway, we're better. We're good. So we're not doing the envelopes. And this is another thing that I think I'm going to revisit is, I know that I do the weekly in a separate notebook, but I really want to see it here too. So maybe the double dipping, I guess, will help me look into both of them. So I'm going to reallocate here and then also work in the notebook. So that is that. So, but for this week, I'm just going to bring this down over, and then we have 117 here. And we did do the 84. That's something that I stuck to, which, I mean, that looks just like 17, and that's going to screw me up. So we're going to fix that to 117. And then 84 equals, so, oh, right. 84, perfect. And then we have 33, great. And we're just going to keep it on the cushion side just because that kind of ate a lot. So we're going to put it in as 33. This was 33. You can't even see that. Okay, let's rewind this. So then we bring down the 33 to the leftovers. We're going to just put it all into the cushion, which is 33. And then we have nothing. Not nothing, but we zero out our budget. So that's that. Oh, I'm sorry I bumped you. So there we have that. And then let's move into, actually, let's finish out with, let's move into this. I don't know what I'm thinking. And we will bump back to April. So now we're going to set up this week's budget for April 21st to the 28th. I've noticed that my weekend spending is usually where I spend money. So we're trying to cut that down. I am getting my second COVID shot on the 24th, along with Kyle. He's getting his second as well. So we're not planning anything for this weekend as far as visiting anyone of that nature. I'll go see my mom Friday afternoon, but that's probably about it. And then again next week. So I don't have any bills that are coming out here, which is great. But I do have a lot of bills at the beginning of the month. And again, I have a buffer paycheck. So this is one of those things where being front loaded in bills is great because I'll have 2 weeks where I can build up my checking account again. So let's do this. Here we go. And that's the week of the 21st. Okay, can you see that? Okay. So paycheck is on April 21st to 28th, we'll say. There's always that one lap over day. Okay. Here, I'm going to zoom you in just a titch. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm having major malfunctions today, but I do know that, you want to be able to see it. So there we go. Here. Okay. And I'm sure you're all yelling at me at the TV, and that's fine because I do it to all of you sometimes. So payroll, we're going to keep that pretty. 600. Child support, never budget. And that's it, I think. Yeah. So again, we don't have any bills. I'm going to put down here my mom. So she wants me to pick something extra up for her. So I'm going to budget $100 for my mom this week. And we're just going to bring this right down. Okay, so then I have gas in my rollover. And that's probably another thing too, is I get a little confused with the rollover, but I clean it out at the end of the month. Again, work in progress. I don't really know what works for me yet. Well, I know this works for me, but do you pull them out or do you roll over? That I'm working on that. Okay. So am I making any sense today? Down in the comments, can you just be like, Stephanie, Tuesday nights after 8, don't do videos because you are babbling. So that would be helpful. Or if you find this entertaining, give me a thumbs up. Do we like on YouTube or do we thumbs up? See? Oh man. Okay. So mom is 100. Just to make sure that I have something in there, I'm going to put 50 in spend. Okay. So that's going to be 150. So bring the big boy out. Get rid of that. So 600 minus 150 is 450. So $450 left over. Okay, so see, we had the $600 that we're getting paid. Mom, I'm going to give $100 because she's got something she wants me to get her. I'm going to put $50 in my spend category just to make sure I have it. So that leaves me $150 in this category, in my envelopes category. I already have fuel in my envelopes, and I also have some cushion grocery money should I think I'm crazy enough and need groceries. Guys, I don't need groceries. Okay, so now we're going to go over to foldy sinking funds, and we are going to do EF fund, and let's do 450. So this is going to be $84. Let's see. See, I didn't think about this before I wrote this down. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put $84, and then Disney is going to get $150. And then I want to put some money in Brooklyn's savings account. So she's going to get $20. Okay. So I'm going to bring this back here, and we're doing 84 plus 150 plus 20 is 254. Total of 254. So minus 450, and we're left with 196. So I'm going to put Discover. I'm going to pay 196 to my Discover. And I'm doing that because we do have that extra paycheck right here that will help me cover the first couple of days of the month, and then we'll get another paycheck shortly thereafter for the first of the month in May. So I'm really need to put more on my Discover because I did use it this month for Kyle's birthday, and that's another reason why I am kind of shaky on where I am spending wise, because I don't normally use my Discover. So what I need to do is take that off of my Amazon account, because that's a real big problem for me right now. Okay, great. So I'm going to open this up for reference and put over to the side, because now we're going to pull out my favorite notebook of all times, the Wonder Woman notebook. This one reminds me that I can do anything. And I am going to ask, I know that a lot of people do sinking funds on the side, like in separate notebooks because of spacing. Do you do it weekly, so you only add certain sinking funds every week, or do you do it monthly? I'm trying to get a good sense of how to do it, what to do it, that sort of thing. So let me know. Okay, so for spend, this is what we did this week. Use this. Perfect. Okay, so for spend, I did spend $30 on that shirt. And then for food, we spent $60. I mean, I guess the good thing is I was really gung-ho on Saturday about not getting coffee, that I made my own coffee at home. Yay! I'm going to consider that a win. Okay, guys? Like, that's important. So, yeah. So, I didn't spend any money on coffee. I didn't spend any money on Mom this week. Okay. And then gas, I spent $28. And medical, I didn't spend anything. So I think what I'm going to do is, this medical is like for prescriptions and stuff. I'm going to keep that 25. Oh, I did this totally backwards, guys. How many of you were yelling at me right there? Wow. All right, new rule. Think about everything before you do it. Okay. Budgeted was, well, I don't really want to, what did we have left over? We had 109 left over. And then for food, we had negative 35. And then for mom, oh, I did them backwards. No, I didn't. Mom was 103. And gas was 80. And medical was 25. Okay. So this is what we had budgeted for that week because it was the remaining difference from what we had. Again, remember, I funded these specific categories for the month. So there we go. So for spend, I spent $30. For food, I spent $60. For mom, I didn't spend anything. For gas, I spent $28. And for medical, I didn't spend anything. Now, as I was saying before, my brain rudely interrupted me. I might change this medical and just make it a sinking fund because I don't buy prescriptions every month. And I don't go to the doctors. And I know that I have I want to get a pretty hefty sinking fund for medical because I have some tests that I want to have get done that aren't covered by my insurance. So I think I might just remove this medical section and put it in a sinking fund. Again, I'm still learning sinking funds, so we shall see. Okay. I'm going to zoom you out because that seems like it would be helpful. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm such a hot mess. Okay. So 109 minus 30 is 79. So negative 35. Negative 35 minus 60 equals negative 95. Now, and I just want you to know that this negative 95 is still under budget from where we have been in previous months. So when we started budgeting, our food budget was not even a budget. The amount of money we were spending on food in a month for 4 people was $1,400. Yes, you heard me right. And that was probably one of our most expensive bills. But we were spending $1,200 to $1,400 in food every month. Just not shopping sales, buying frivolous things. So when I went, that's kind of one of the reasons why I was we got to stop this. We got to kind of rein it in. So when we first started, we were okay, let's bring it down to 1,000. 1,000 went really well. And then this month we were okay, let's try 950. Now, 950 was what we had compromised on because we knew that we had Easter. And we were doing something a little special for Easter. So, and it included the Easter gifts. I didn't separate out the Easter gifts because I didn't have an Easter sinking fund. Again, something that I know to have better for next year. And we will go through that probably in a shorter video in the middle of the week. So yeah, anyway, all of that said, this is a massive improvement. And I know some of you are $800 for 4 people. Stephanie, are you kidding me? Even I think that's ridiculous. And I'm trying to get it down, little by little every week, or every month. But I knew that looking at my family and being okay, you used to have a free-for-all at the grocery store, and now we're cutting it back. They'd probably have a mutiny. I can say, though, that we have cut back our eating out tremendously. We eat out once a month, maybe. I've utilized my Instant Pot and my slow cooker a lot to make meals that we would have made or we would have gotten. We were notorious for getting pizzas, so I started making my own pizzas at home. So I think that's helping out a lot just because they're not losing the food. We're just getting it a different way. So there you go. Anyway, let's go back to this. So mom, again, didn't spend anything, so she just carries over. And then 80 minus 28 equals 52. And medical stays at 25. Okay, so now I always forget how to do this. Okay, so then it's, I think, it added that. Okay, great. So 40. So let's add those up. So our budgeted was minus 35 plus 103 plus 80 plus 25 equals 282. And then 30 plus 60 plus 28 equals 118. 79 minus 95 3 plus 52 plus 25 equals 164. So 282 minus 118 equals 164. Perfect. Okay, and then these for the monthly totals. Spend is 41 plus 79 equals 120. And then I always screw it up on the negatives, but we're adding the 60, not subtracting the neg. So it's 835 plus 60 equals 895. I'm sorry, it's just so hard to write with that calculator right there. I really need to work on my setup, and I know this table is wicked wobbly. And that was my New England showing through. Yes, I just said wicked. But I am trying to find a new setup. So this is where I record from, is actually my home office for work. So I'm trying to find something that's conducive for everybody, both work and home. Okay, and we still have one category, I mean, albeit it's medical, but we still have one category that is empty. Okay, now let's just add these puppies up to see how much I'm spending this month so far. That's not right. 120 plus 895 plus 47 plus 28 is 1090. Perfect. All right, well, there you go. That is my weekly check-in. As you can see, still under that $950 budget, but more than the $800 that I was hoping for. I'm going to take it as a small win. And after doing this, I'm seeing that maybe my week wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but I'm going to get better. It's going to get better. I'm just going to keep telling myself that. So until next time, when we have a better week, have a great night, guys, and I'll see you later.